Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Nadia Rajput from DESI TV USA. Let's have a look at the headlines. Iran and the United States concluded a round of indirect talks on Wednesday with no sign that they had made headway toward lasting peace. The United States and Iran held indirect technical talks in Doha on Wednesday as they seek to agree on the flow of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. What I can commit to is the president's not going to send our military back in is useless, he has to Vance told reporters. Indian TV channels hit by cyber attacks, another channel hacked. Let's look into details. Iran and the United States concluded a round of indirect talks on Wednesday with no sign that they had made headway toward lasting peace, focusing instead on issues they said had been resolved when an interim agreement was announced 2 weeks ago. Sources familiar with the discussion said negotiators for the two countries spent 2 days in Doha discussing maritime traffic in the Strait of Hormuz and unfreezing Iran's funds, 2 critical issues under the initial agreement. The next meeting will take place after the funeral processions for Iran's late supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei, who is due to be buried on July 9. Qatar's foreign ministry said the Doha discussions produced positive progress on issues related to the memorandum that halted the war in June and were building on the outcomes of the summit in Switzerland, the ministry spokesperson said in a post on X. In Washington, US President Donald Trump said the two sides were making progress on possible limits to Iran's nuclear program, the main reason he launched the war along with Israel in February. The denuclearization of Iran is moving along well, he told reporters. They have had very good meetings and we'll see. The United States and Iran held indirect technical talks in Doha on Wednesday as they seek to agree on the flow of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz and secure a lasting ceasefire, a source with direct knowledge of the talks and an Iranian official said. The talks were based on a 14-point interim accord signed last month that was meant to halt the war that began with US-Israeli strikes on Iran in February and reopen the strait while setting up 60 days of negotiations for a permanent peace deal. However, the US and Iran had sparred publicly over the meaning of the interim pact, leading to tit-for-tat military strikes over the past week and leaving little sign of progress on more complex issues, including Iran's nuclear program. Iran is determined to win international recognition of its control over the strait and its ability to levy fees on ships entering or leaving the Gulf, even if it has to do so by force. According to 2 senior Iranian sources, traffic has partially resumed through the waterway, which handled 1/5 of global oil and liquefied natural gas trade before the war.
Neurological care is a pressing healthcare challenge in Pakistan. That's why Helping Hand USA is building Kind R, a world-class hospital with 130 plus clinics that is set to establish new standards for neurological care in Pakistan. As the first phase nears completion, anticipation is growing for the launch in the second half of 2025. Give zakat and sadaqah through Helping Hand USA today and join this historic endeavor to redefine future healthcare in Pakistan.
What I can commit to is the president's not going to send our military back in unless he has to, Vance told reporters. He warned that any Iranian attempt to rebuild its nuclear program or target commercial vessels would change Washington's strategy. Vance confirmed that ongoing discussions in Doha were going well, noting that the administration remained focused on negotiating in good faith. We are obviously going to give the negotiations as much of the chance to succeed as possible, he said. The vice president also addressed internal in Iranian politics, claiming that many in Tehran now recognize previous decades of governance as a mistake. We think we see a lot of momentum for the people who are trying to turn over the new leaf, Vance said, but acknowledged that some remain attached to old weeks. Meanwhile, Bloomberg reported that U.S. negotiators Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner held positive discussions in Qatar this week as Washington and Tehran worked together a permanent resolution to their months-long war. A senior administration official noted that progress was being made on technical talks intended to solidify the broad framework of the recently signed peace memorandum. Indian TV channels hit by cyber attacks. Another channel hacked. Indian TV channels are reportedly facing a series of cyber attacks a day after several channels were allegedly hacked during the Indian president's speech. Another Indian TV channel has reportedly been targeted. According to reports, hackers gained access to the broadcast management system of TV network, disrupting its regular transmission. The attack reportedly affected several channels under the network. The reports claim that the hackers interrupted the broadcast and displayed the Pakistani flag along with banners reading Pakistan Zindabad on air. The report also alleges that the attackers launched a ransomware locking around 1,800 domain systems. These incidents have raised concerns about cybersecurity weaknesses in India's broadcasting infrastructure. It is worth noting that reports from the previous day also claimed that several Indian TV channels had been hacked. That's all for now. Keep watching DESI TV USA. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and don't forget to watch our channels DTVNN and DESI TV.
Neurological care is a pressing healthcare challenge in Pakistan. That's why Helping Hand USA is building Kind R, a world-class hospital with 130 plus clinics that is set to establish new standards for neurological care in Pakistan. As the first phase nears completion, anticipation is growing for the launch in the second half of 2025. Give zakat and sadaqah through Helping Hand USA today and join this historic endeavor to redefine future healthcare in Pakistan.